All right. Now, we should be good. Let me just check this audio on the live stream again. Yeah, we are good. So, I have another big Cardano news update for you guys. This week, we have lots of news stories around the Cardano ecosystem. Meld is supposed to be launching today on that other blockchain, not Cardano at the moment, but we'll see how that goes. A lot of the team members from Blue Shift are going to that summit, Avalanche Summit, and going to see what it's all like. So we are keeping our eyes on that today to see how that all goes. I have a whole bunch of other news updates in regards to hacks that happened over the weekend with Eternl, some other hacks in the ecosystem, and just a friendly reminder, we've also seen Summon platform launch. I mentioned it last week, but we're going to go through and look over the platform a little bit as well. We have some interesting options with Genius Yield in terms of staking and a whole lot more around the Cardano DeFi space. So I'm really excited about having this Cardano news update. There's a lot going on, as always. Huge amount of stuff going on. All right, let's get into the list of news updates here. If you're listening in, please just leave a comment and let me know that the audio is working right for you. It seems to be working okay for me, but you know, it's always good to check. And yes, it is completely live. It's not one of those premiere things. It is a live stream. All right, let's get into it. Where's this thing gone? Joys of doing it live. Audio is good. Thank you, Mark. And thank you, Mark, for being a subscriber as well. An actual, not just subscribing on the channel and getting the notifications, but actually being a member of the channel. It's a small little bit every month, but it really helps with the sustainability and keeping the channel running. So absolutely appreciate that, Mark. Thank you very much. So this first news story item here, this is from Scam Sniffer. So Scam Sniffer is one of those services that looks for all these hacks in the DeFi space. This is an Ethereum-based hack. And I just want to bring it to your attention because this is really common. And if you're using MetaMask or any of these other wallets in these different ecosystems, it's something that you need to be aware of. And this is a permit phishing scam where you simply connect your wallet to the website and give it permissions to do whatever it wants without knowing, and then hey presto, it can take away all of your assets from your wallet. This one here had 2.2 million worth of USDC, which is absolutely huge. And if you have a look further down here, this is what a permit signing request would look like. It's very, very vague. Like you look at this and you think, yeah, signing a request for something. I don't know what it is. Just sign it and bam, there you go. You lose all your assets because you're allowing the smart contract, that third party, to interact with you, interact with your wallet, I should say, and then take all of the assets away from you. So it's brutal. It's so easy to do in the Ethereum space. Now, when you're doing it on the Cardano side of things, I'll show it in a moment when we connect with the Summon platform and how that looks like when you're requesting permissions on the website. Completely different. It's really easy to understand and so much more straightforward. So please, if you're connecting to something on the Ethereum space using MetaMask, EVM, whatever it is, make sure you're using a throwaway hot wallet. They call it like a condom wallet, where it has protection. It doesn't have all your assets on there. So if you connect to something stupidly, you're not going to lose all your assets. And you know, the best thing you can do is get a hardware wallet where you need that extra level authentication. But still, if you're signing it on your hardware wallet, you're just going to sign your assets away anyway. So please be careful. All right, so let's go to the next news item here. And this one here is with Eternl. So Eternl on the weekend, what a Sunday it was for them, but their Discord server got hacked and started pushing out all this spam, something about an airdrop, there's tokens, it's a ERC20 token as well. So it banned a lot of people that were trying to make other people aware. But seeing that is a really big worry, and I think this is a common thing that is coming out in the hacker space at the moment, where they're using a file that is being sent to someone and then it's stealing your browser session cookies. So if I'll put a link to it in the show notes, but Linux from I've forgotten the guy's name, but Linus Tech Tips, I think that's the channel, but he got his channel hacked this same way, where someone sent a file to one of his team members on his YouTube channel, and they were logged into their browser, and it stole all the browser sessions, sent it to the hacker, and they were able to take over all of those sessions, whatever you're logged into. So if it's social media, YouTube, Discord in this case, I believe it's the same type of attack, but having that there just allowed the hacker to take control over everything. And they saw that they had control over the Discord server, lots of users there, so they targeted and coordinated attack. So very, very important that you clear your browser sessions and don't click on things. I did a video episode with EpochSec a few months ago where one of his tips was just don't click on anything, and you know that's probably the best thing that you can do. If you get something sent to you and you think, what is this? Sure, you can scan it with a virus scanner, but it may not pick it up, and yeah, hey presto, you get this kind of really, really sticky situation. Marcel, welcome to the live stream. Yes, it must have been an extremely stressful Sunday for you. So Marcel, who's in the comments of the live stream here, he's one of the creators of Eternl Wallet. I can't imagine how stressed you would have been on that morning. Anyway, I got some other news from Eternl here, and this I completely missed. I had no idea that this was leaked out back in Feb. I completely missed it here, but this is some of the screenshots of what the new mobile app would look like from Eternl. And I think it's looking pretty slick. Yeah, I was asking, trying to find these screenshots, because I know that you guys are working on it. But I hadn't seen it yet, so it's looking good. I like it. I like the concept. So it's probably still work in progress. But there are some other screenshots here, and here's the desktop version as well. So if you do like Eternl, it's going to go through a big revamp here. No, Marcel, I did not see any of this. I only saw it last week. But if you're liking the wallet, you will see some more big changes coming through. Simplification of the user interface, but still with all the power and everything that you like about Eternl as well. So really looking forward to those updates. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Other scam alerts. Now, Typhon put this out the other week, and they don't do any support via Telegram or any other channels. They have an official website here where they do support. So if you're using Typhon, please be aware of scammers. All right, here we go. Now, some more news updates. That's the public service announcements out of the way. Take care of your assets, guys. Now, Santiago put this out. This is a Hello World video walkthrough tutorial of their Hello World starter app for smart contracts. So if you ever wanted to write a smart contract in Cardano, just make sure that's muted. If you ever wanted to write a smart contract for Cardano, Aiken here is probably the most amazing thing that I've seen lately to write a smart contract in Cardano. When I went through the process of writing my first contract, it was tedious. Setting up the environment and everything else around it was really hard. I went through this tutorial here and set up my environment using Demeter, and then went through the tutorial on how to do a smart contract with Aiken through their step-by-step tutorial. A breeze. I think I did it in about 11 minutes, 15 minutes. Wrote my first smart contract, had a couple of questions, but Santiago was nice enough to answer all of them online through Twitter as well. But it was a seamless experience. Absolutely love it. I will be playing around with it more, and I did a video walkthrough for you guys as well, explaining some of the ideas and concepts and some of the terminology that you may not know as well. So if you want to learn more about smart contracts, what datums are, and all these other aspects around Cardano smart contracts, watch out for that video. I'm still editing it, but I'll get there very soon. Now this one here, this is Riley from the Summon platform. Just give me 1 second. So this is an announcement from Riley from Summon platform, and they've put out their whole Summon tooling, Summon protocol. What's it called exactly? Let me just get it up here. Summon platform. Summon platform is launched and it is looking very slick. I did do a video tutorial through this when it was on testnet and it's really nice, but they've really refined it down and played around with the platform even more. That you can see it here on mobile. And let me go through here. They've also done a breakdown of the fees and what it will actually cost you to use the platform as well, which I thought was really useful. This Medium article here, which I'll link to in the show notes, will go through everything that you need to know about the fees, what it will cost you, and what it can offer you if you're running a DAO or an online community through Cardano. So these are the general fees here, but I'll just point out some of them here, which is really easy to see. So a community management area is $50 worth of summon or 150 ADA, and they've detailed all the other fees down here. The multi-sig is probably one of the most useful ones if you're having multiple parties controlling a wallet and you need multiple signatures to verify something. It's 1 ADA worth of summon or 2 ADA for transaction. So it's really cheap to use. Now, the main takeaway from this is that they're using summon tokens for their platform and their community in general. So as I guess you assume as their protocol and their platform grows in usage, there'll be more desirability for the summon token. I guess because of, you could use it instead for paying for these various fees. So a lot of the communities and DAOs that would be building on Cardano would be using the summon token. Might be cheaper than ADA. I don't know. It just depends on those price fluctuations in the market. So it's a nice way, and I can see why they have that token now, so they can actually be a part of their ecosystem, which is absolutely awesome. Now, this is the platform itself. You can go to the homepage here. You can see a couple of communities popping up. We've got the Scat DAO community coming in. You can't do too much on it at the moment. I think it's just set up. A lot of this stuff is still coming soon at the moment, but you can create your own community through the platform, which is great. You can create your own multi-sig, and you can create an online poll on there too. Now, you do need to connect your Cardano native wallet on there. And let me just log in again, because I did talk about signing into a dApp on Cardano. It's a little bit different. So I'm just going to log in with my Cardano wallet. Click accept. And I don't think you can see that here. Let me just switch cameras for 1 second. And that is the signing request here. So this is the app that's asking for a signature, a signing for the stake key. So it's a really different way of doing it. It's a little bit more cleaner compared to how the Ethereum space does it with their permit requests. But you just need to sign that, get in, and you're done. You're in. So it's a nice, more user-friendly way of actually signing for something and getting into a particular dApp on the Cardano ecosystem. So I absolutely love how Cardano does it. Let me go. There we go. Sorry, wrong camera. All right, so NuFi. NuFi have been doing some really cool things. This is one of the multi-chain wallets in the Cardano ecosystem. So if you didn't know, I have mentioned before, but NuFi used to be ADA Lite. So ADA Lite was superseded by NuFi, and they changed tack in their direction and how they're actually going to build out the wallet itself, and they went full multi-chain. So starting with Cardano, then Ethereum, Solana, and now Polygon. So they do support Polygon now, which is absolutely awesome. There is a lot of activity in the Polygon ecosystem, so it's nice to have your wallet there, or a wallet that can access all of those different ecosystems. So you can get exposure. If you like NFTs, for example, it's kind of nice having one single wallet where you can actually access all of those things. So it's really nice to have there. Now, this is a couple of reminders from some of the big entities in the Cardano space, and this one's from the Cardano Foundation. And the blockchain course here, the Alpha program, I didn't realize there was a end date of this. So 12th of May to finish the introduction course. It is rewarded by a certificate. So if you wanted to get that certificate, it's an NFT. I think it's an NFT. I saw pictures of it. Must be an NFT. You can go through the course, do it. It will take you 3 hours to complete. So you do need to allocate a little bit of time to it. But then you'll be one of the very first ones to actually finish the course and get that certificate. I haven't done it yet myself. Like, it does take a bit of time. Time is something I don't have. I'm doing so much already. It's a little bit hard. But yes, if you are wanting to do that, sign up for the course. Let me just click on that link. Looks like we're having server issues right now. This is why I hate doing lives. All right, let me see if I can get back a little bit. No, no, no. Okay, the homepage at least is up, so you can actually sign up and go through and slowly step through the course. All right, maybe I had to actually sign in to get to that page, but yeah, check it out if you want to get a really good foundation of the basics of blockchain. Absolutely brilliant course. Some other things from the Cardano Foundation. This is a path to Voltaire process, and they're looking at doing on-chain voting with stake pool operators. So this is entering the era of Voltaire. Let me just click on this link. This goes off to the Cardano forum. Oh no, this one goes to the article itself. But they're experimenting with how we can do on-chain voting via SPOs at the moment. And of course, this all sparked off a lot of conversations in the community. Well, before we get to that, this is a proof of concept of the voting. I do like it because it's simplified in a command prompt view, so it's a little bit easier than writing your own transactions or whatever it is. So the community's gone through and done a nice way of voting, which is absolutely awesome. So Marcus, thank you for that. I will play around with it. This is all on pre-prod testnet at the moment, so it is getting there, and we will be able to vote on something. What that vote will be, it's probably here in the forum. Oh, okay, this is just talking about it. So I obviously haven't read all these articles yet, but it's just talking about now how it may work. Last but not least, this here, of course, this is what I was saying. It sparked a lot of conversations in the Cardano community, always does. And this is all around the parameters for running a stake pool, and whether it should be changing the K parameter, which is the number of pools in the Cardano ecosystem that mint blocks or needed to mint blocks. At the moment, it's at 500. Should we change it to 1,000 and so forth and so on? So there's a huge amount of debate around it. What is the right answer for it? I have absolutely no idea. It is really hard to answer this. And of course, when you start changing some of these parameters, it's going to have an effect on the ecosystem. Maybe the amount of tokens that are coming into the ecosystem will increase, so there will be a bit of inflation. So I really don't know how to best answer this one. But there's a huge amount of debate at the moment through the space. There's a lot of people talking about it. We'll see. I'll report back, and depending on how all this comes into play, I'll let you all know. Now, talking about stake pools in general, our stake pool, ADAOZ, hit 5,000 blocks yesterday. So it's a momentous occasion, I guess. It has taken just over 2 years, but as a single stake pool operator with, I think, 85% saturation at the moment, I'm pretty happy. So anyone that has delegated to our pool, huge thank you. Really appreciate everyone that's delegated there. We've worked with a lot of other projects to, I guess, get you guys as many rewards as possible. So we had Sunday Swap at the very beginning for those Sunday tokens, which was amazing. And then NuNet just recently, a Fluid token at the moment as well, as well as many other projects too. So there've been a lot there, and I hope we mint another 5,000 blocks real soon. So thank you everyone that's delegated to our pool. Just checking the comments. Hello, Dr. Payne. Good to have you on the live stream. All right, more things from the big entities. This one here is from Emurgo. Emurgo, I mentioned this one last week as well, but they've got their hackathon. They've got a little bit more information coming up. So more info here. You can sign up for the event itself. You can check out more info and be a part of that $2 million worth of prizes and grants. Grants are nice, so you can get your hands on that pie. It's a fairly big pie. You do need to be working on some very interesting and very technical development in there for this particular hackathon. So it's derivatives, aggregators, and zero knowledge. And you can check out more information about what all that is. For us simpletons like myself, not the type of hackathon that I can play around with and possibly be a part of, but for those hardcore blockchain devs out there, even from other ecosystems, this is something to look into, because $2 million isn't a small amount of money. It is something very, very lucrative, I guess, to be a part of. And if you're if you're capable of building this kind of stuff, it's a nice amount of funding to get your hands on. So look into that if you are a part of the, if you want to be a part of this. Absolutely amazing prize pool there. Now, these meme coins, I really don't understand what's going on here. So I mentioned last week, last weekend, Dean token was going crazy. You can see from the screen. That's not the screenshots, but just click on this here. I haven't looked at this yet. Profiler. Okay, it's not a direct link to it, but Dean Coin's been going crazy at the moment, and this other one here, I have no idea where this one came from, and Snek just appeared out of nowhere. Apparently they have a huge amount of liquidity on Sunday Swap at the moment, so people are trading Snek. If you're trading any of these meme coins, let me know in the comments, because I just don't understand them. Like I know a lot of people making money off of them, and they're trading them constantly, but I don't get it. Not for me. In continuing on this trend of trading, this I don't know how do you say this, Fahadouken. He's one of the founders of the Equine NFT project, but he's also a massive supporter of the Cardano NFT space. You can see his wallet here. Wallet value, estimated value is 4.6 million ADA. That's a lot of ADA. Trait value, 7.8 million. Number of NFTs, almost 14,000 NFTs in his wallet. This is like insane. 831 projects. So he's a massive supporter of the Cardano ecosystem, but he's looking at selling part of his collection at the moment. So he's looking for liquidity. Maybe he needs a little bit of extra cash to keep on building Equine. I don't know. It's there's a couple of comments down here. I think people are a little bit worried. That's like, whoa, why is he selling? But can anyone else afford this wallet? Not me. Not me. Let me know if you guys can, but that's not the type of liquidity I have. It's definitely not the type of liquidity I have. Now, this is great. Now, I did an interview with Iagon a couple of weeks ago. I'll put a link to it in the show notes. It's a Twitter Spaces one, and it's on their blog post as well. But they've got a brand new website. It's always nice to do a fresh rebrand every once in a while to attract attention from various people. Let me just load up the site here. This is a brand new site. If you don't know about Iagon, they're doing decentralized storage. So if you think Dropbox or Google Cloud Storage or Apple iCloud, whatever it's called, this is the decentralized version of it, where you can give up a part of your hard drive space on your computer, earn some rewards for that, and then other people can use it, or you can use other people's storage space. Now, it's all secured, it's decentralized, it's a really brilliant way of doing it. There's other ones that do this as well, like Filecoin. They're one of the competitors, but it's really good to see that they're progressing really well in the Cardano ecosystem. They've got a really big roadmap for 2023, and if you want to learn more about it, check out the podcast episode. It's on the Spotify links. So if you look for Learn Cardano podcast on Spotify, you'll be able to find the Iagon interview there too. Now, this is cool. This is good. This is a good movement for Iagon on Wingriders. They've opened up extra liquidity on there as well. So they've got a trading pair, a brand new farm. So that should attract more liquidity. The more liquidity on a DEX in a particular trading pair means a lower price impact, less slippage as well. So that's better for traders in the Cardano ecosystem. And I do believe they've opened up a pool on Minswap too. So two very big DEXs in the Cardano ecosystem, you'll be able to trade the Iagon token, which is really good, the IAG token. Now, going on with Wingriders, there's a little... Yeah, I don't know. I like these characters, but there's a little bit of backlash from the community in general saying, please stop, fix this. These characters are cringy. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I actually like these new characters. They've always wanted to have more of the characters. The very first one was Ryder, the main male character, and then they've introduced all these other characters as well. So it's just different representations of their ecosystem. So I think one's about governance, others about DeFi. I can't remember exactly what they are, but they all represent different parts of their ecosystem. So let me know what you think. Robert, good evening from Hawaii. Thank you for being here as well. All right, so this one here is from PlayerMint. PlayerMint are building a way to earn tokens for playing some of your favorite games on in the crypto space. Now, it's not necessarily crypto-based games or Web3 games. They're bridging the Web2 gaming space. So games like Fortnite or that car soccer game. I can't remember what it's called. Rocket something or other. I don't play that often. I used to play it quite a bit, and the name just escapes me at the moment. But they're looking at ways for bridging your earnings, the amount of time and effort that you put into those games, and earn some crypto points against it. So PlayerMint have integrated with all these gaming APIs, so it can track your your progression through these various games and then reward you for it. So they've gone through their testnet. They've been testing for quite a while. I think almost 6 months or so, which is good. That's a really long amount of testing. But you can see here from their accomplishments. Let me just pause this video. The testnet, light paper release, the Gitbook, YouTube tutorials, everything's there for new people to start playing around with it. Sponsored rewards, pools created, 200 plus active users reach, which is great. Community events, contests, and testnet issues and bugs all fixed. So they've gone through that process, and it's really cool. I just noticed the other week that there were a lot of people commenting on other interviews, previous interviews I did with PlayerMint. So when you see that, people watching previous interviews and stuff, you know something's going on. So I jumped back in and went, what's going on? Let's get an update from the team. So this is where they're at. So it's really cool that they're at this point. Absolutely amazing. Love the work that the team are doing there. Now this is an interesting one. I don't know where to start with this. This is when I got into Cardano, one of the main reasons I got into it was because it is before the big DeFi wave happened in the Cardano ecosystem. So if you look back in 2020, Ethereum was reaching that space where DeFi summer happened, and a lot of people were buying and trading on the Ethereum space, all these DeFi protocols. And this thread here goes through what may happen in the Cardano space at the moment. And, you know, for me, the way I see it, it's like a pattern that may be repeating. I don't know if it will. It may completely fall over and not happen at all. And it may not. But, you know, previously in the Ethereum space, we saw all these protocols launch and get things right. So borrowing lending protocols, DEXs like Uniswap launch, and a lot of people take up and use those particular protocols to be a part of the ecosystem. So it was a really exciting time in the DeFi space. I completely missed all that. I had no idea what was going on. I was too involved in the whole COVID thing and watching how ridiculous the world was getting. But here we are. We can see if we look back on the 90-day view of all these particular projects, you can see they're starting to progress in an upward trend and looking quite appealing, really. And you can see how much they've risen compared to just the price of ADA itself. So this is where a lot of traders are looking for opportunities at the moment. They're looking for what in the Cardano space would yield them better returns than just ADA itself. So I know a lot of stakers, delegates of my pool were complaining. It's like, oh, these rewards, Pete, they're pretty average. We're getting, you know, low 3%, sometimes like 2%. If we're lucky, it will jump up to 4%. But, you know, the average is dropping on a lot of those staples, and just staking isn't bringing as much yield or rewards. But if you have a look at some of these projects, they're looking pretty. But, you know, this is not financial advice. We may flip and it may go down next month. Crypto is very volatile. Please keep that in mind. Please also do your own research, especially if you don't know what any of these projects are. But, you know, just looking at the history here of the last 90 days since the beginning of the year, it's looking like we may have a nice DeFi summer in the Cardano space. So I'm really excited about that. This thread goes through a couple of inputs and opinions about it. So please, I'll put a link to this in the show notes. So have a look over it and let me know what you guys think as well. It's quite an interesting perspective of how things may play out. All right, so this one here is from Cornucopias. So consensus just happened the other week, which is really cool. I unfortunately couldn't attend, but I saw a lot of Cardano people attending it. And Cornucopias did this great presentation about their game and a big update around it. So I did have a look at this. Please have a look and check it out for yourself as well. It's pretty cool what they're building. It's going to be one of the very first, not first, but there aren't too many games that are building on Unreal Engine 5 at the moment. And Cornucopias is going to be one of them that is launching their racing game on Unreal Engine 5, which is really, really cool. The graphics for this is absolutely stunning. Let me just play this real quick for you so you can see what it all looks like. Just got to put the audio on. There we go. And Josh here is giving a presentation.
10 people in the world, 10 groups in the world that have a game on Unreal Engine 5. A lot of the blockchain games that you've seen, a lot of games you see in marketing and that are just getting started, they use off-the-shelf assets, meaning they've acquired this art from a marketplace to show that they're really building something real or whatever it may be. But no game yet to date has been successful by buying marketplace-based assets and then producing a game. It just doesn't happen because
yeah, check out that presentation. It is pretty cool what the team are putting together. I'm really excited. I believe it's supposed to be launching in about a month or so. So keep an eye out for that one. The game looks cool. I don't own any Copy tokens anymore. I don't own any of the NFTs either, but I will be playing the game. That's all that matters. I think you need an NFT though to play the game. So I do have to get one. More from the consensus. This is the a part of the Emurgo team with Marvin from Genius Yield. So it's pretty good to see, collaboration, breakfast being had, and a lot of networking. So it's always good to see this happening. Now, if you didn't know, I reminded people, I think last week, the NuNet public alpha is live. So check out the documentation there. If you are looking for decentralized compute, cloud compute, this is a really good option. So we'll be going to go through this and giving it a go to try and get a testnet version of our stake pool up and running using NuNet. It's pretty exciting. If I can get that up and running, I'll be very, very happy. And will just go to show like their platform's like working really well. So hopefully we can give some feedback as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing how that all works. Here, now this is going on with the Genius Yield side of things. And their staking app, they've got the NTX token from NuNet staking within their Genius Yield platform. So you can now, if you have NTX tokens, stake it within the Genius Yield staking platform to earn some extra rewards. And I did have a look at the platform here. You can also stake Empower tokens, but I did have a look at the platform here, and now we can have staking the Gens tokens and make it NTX and Empower. So a couple of really good projects there that you can stake your tokens for and earn a little bit extra rewards for it. So really nice to see that little bit of ecosystem is growing at the moment. And this is before Genius Yield DEX is even launched. When is Genius Yield launching? I have no idea. I haven't been told. No one knows. But all I hear is soon. So they're waiting for the right time. They're waiting for the audits, whatever it is, to ensure that they can launch at a good point. Now, I did start playing around with this one here, but my NAMI wallet died the other day. I managed to get it working again, but the Rosen bridge is open. Now, this is a bridge where you can use it to bridge assets between Ergo and ADA. Now, this is coming at a good time. A lot of people are wanting to get their hands on a little bit of Ergo as well and get exposure to the Ergo ecosystem. So if you were thinking about that, you can start playing around with it on the beta, which is the testnet. So the public beta is open. If you want to have a play, I'll suggest you do. Links are in the show notes. There's also instructions and everything around it on how to set up your testnet Ergo wallets and everything else around it. So it's a little bit of a process, but you can get there. Now, this is pretty cool. I think I mentioned this last week, but I can't remember. The CNFTCon did rebrand to NFTxLV. Very cool. They've got their brand new website and everything up now. So I didn't show that last week, but they do have everything up. The date for this particular event is the end of September 29th to the 1st of October. So it's a little bit of a longer event, still at the same location. So if you went last year, you'll be very familiar with the hotel, the Westgate Hotel, I believe it was. You can get your tickets and everything online at the moment too. Now, the other event, the other major Cardano event, which is now a multi-chain event, is Rare Evo. You can get tickets for that. They're all online as well. They also have this Gleam form here, which you can participate in and get a free ticket. So if you want to try and get a free ticket, I think their tickets are quite expensive as well. I can't remember what it was. I think it's around the $200-300 US dollar mark. So if you want a free ticket, it's worth quite a bit. So there's a little Gleam form here that you can jump in on, do a couple of retweets, visit their YouTube channel, visit them on TikTok, and hopefully you get a free ticket. Now, the total amount of entries is only 34. So that is literally, that is a really good chance of winning a ticket. So 1 in 35 chance if I jump in here, or you get multiple entries if you join in on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I suggest you do. It's a good chances at the moment until everyone watches this video and then jumps on this Gleam form. But yeah, I'll put a link to it in the show notes for you guys. Now, Meld, I did mention at the very beginning of this video that Meld are launching. They're launching very, very soon, anytime today on Avalanche. So we'll be able to see their platform launch and everything that's around it, their multi-chain wallet, their multi-chain bridge, everything that they've been promising. When will it launch natively on Cardano? I don't know. Fingers crossed they do get to that point. There are some issues apparently, and IOG are looking into it. But their Meld updates here, their 34-day dev diary. It's been going on for a little while, but they go through all the different updates they're doing with the UI interface and everything else around it. So they're getting really, really close to launching. And everything really smoothed out. But you can see here, as we approach mainnet launch on May 3rd, Meld team remained steadfast in their commitment to delivering a seamless, user-friendly experience for Meld DApp users. So really looking forward to seeing everything up and running and what it's all like. Now, they put out a different announcement yesterday as well, and this is around migrating your Meld tokens. So they have to go through a process of token migration. So we've got the regular Meld tokens at the moment. If you hold any Meld tokens, you will need to upgrade them, and this is because it's being upgraded into a multi-sig wallet. So what is the purpose of the Meld token migration? We're upgrading the current Meld token contract to be able to support the next generation multi-chain token. That's what it is. So it's a multi-chain, not multi-sig wallet. So that's why they're upgrading this. So if you're wanting to participate in the Meld ecosystem and you're holding Meld tokens, you need to upgrade them at some point in time. When do we have to do it by? I did see a date. So you'll be able to do it on May 3rd. And is there an end date? Yeah, we can up until 2025. So that's the end date there. So that's, there we go. How long will the migration take? Okay. Users will have until December 31st of 2024 to migrate their old Meld token. So it's a decent amount of time to go through and do all that. So upgrade when you can. There's no rush. That's the point. Now here we have an update from Minswap. Minswap are always doing some really cool things. This is a new positioning on all their farms, all the different rewards that you can get for providing liquidity on their various token pairs. There's a lot there now. It's, you turn away from one moment, you look back and there's like another 10 or 20 different pools opened up. So it's a lot of rewards there for providing liquidity onto the deck. So really, really happy that there are those options, especially if you're liking a particular project, you do have those extra options. Now, if I just go back to this post here, I did notice this new one here, RJV by Rejuve.ai. So this is a brand new AI project of some sort. So let me just go to that. There we go. Decentralized AI-powered longevity research network. What a mouthful of a name. But interesting there. Nice little branding. I have not heard of this at all, but the fact that they have a little bit of liquidity and have gone to the point where they have a farming reward on on Minswap means they've got a little bit of a following at least. So I'll give it a follow. I'll look into it. If you know anything about it, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to learn a little bit more myself from you, all you guys out there. Now, having a look at all the farms on Minswap, my lord, there we go. Have a look at all that. If you have any of these token pairs, you can play around with this and earn some extra tokens. Now, some of these, like if you don't know, that some of these farms will only give you a certain type of token reward. So this one here, the Ada Disco Solaris farm, you will get a 79% APR, but only in Disco tokens. So if you really want to be a part of that ecosystem, that's a nice APR for getting more Disco tokens. What can you do with the Disco tokens? No idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm sure they got some sort of utility within their ecosystem, but that's just an example of how the particular farm works. Now, if I scroll up here, they've got these brand new farms come up. Here's a Rejuve one, and okay, that's really interesting. Rejuve is a three reward pool. So you get Min tokens, you get the ADA, and also the Rejuve token as well. So that's pretty interesting that they've gone to that point really quickly without me even hearing about that particular project. But you know, Yumi Universe, they've got the three token reward there as well. And I think, let me just try and find it. One of the brand new ones that have just gotten this is the clay token. Of course, I can't find it at the moment. Let me just go up. There's just way too many to look through here. There it is, Ada and Clay. So that's a Clay Nations token, but they've also now got the Min, Ada, and Clay rewards on there for providing liquidity. So lots and lots of options there if you are looking to provide liquidity and looking for those type of rewards in DeFi space on Cardano. Now, Liquid Labs, borrowing lending protocol on Cardano. They're doing some really good things, and I love their approach here where they delegate their ADA. So when you provide liquidity on their platform, whether it's in ADA, obviously, when you provide ADA on their platform and you're minting some other asset, all the ADA that is locked in smart contracts is delegated to community pools in the ecosystem. And these are the latest batch of pools that are part of the ecosystem and are getting their Liqwid Finance's ADA tokens being staked to their particular pools. So anyone that is providing liquidity on Liqwid Finance still gets their ADA rewards, and it comes from these various pools here, which the smart contracts are staked to. So it's really cool that this all happens. I recognize some really good stake pool operators here. So congratulations to all those SPOs, and congratulations to Liquid Labs, Liquid Finance, for continuing on with their on-chain governance and supporting the Cardano community. So it's really good to see. Now, the Muesli team are also doing this as well. They're going through their treasury and governance mechanisms now. This blog post here talks all about it. It's gaining a little bit of traction here, but if you're part of the Muesli ecosystem and you hold some of those milk tokens, this is probably something you want to look into. They've initially equipped it with 70,000 milk tokens. Let me just zoom in so you can actually see what I'm reading here. There we go. 70,000 milk tokens and 30,000 snow tokens. No idea what the snow tokens are. But if you're part of that ecosystem, if you're wanting to be a part of the governance and voting and treasury of Muesli, please check that one out. It's probably important that you do if you're interested in it. All right, now here we go. Now a couple of events that are coming up in the space. This will be happening all around the world. It's Bitcoin Pizza Day. It's on the 22nd of May. So here, I think it's a Monday. Yeah, it's a Monday night here. So I'm going to start a Cardano meetup, and we're going to meet somewhere and have pizza to celebrate the day when someone spent 10,000 Bitcoin on buying 2 large pizzas. I should do the math and work out what that's worth. I don't know what the price of Bitcoin is at the moment, but it's a huge amount, and I'm sure that person is kicking themselves for ever doing that. Hopefully they do have some more Bitcoin somewhere, but yeah, very expensive pizza when you look back at it. But check out local events in your area. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of Bitcoin Pizza Day meetup where you can get together and celebrate that 10,000 Bitcoin pizza. Now, some NFT projects that I'd just like to point out. This one here is the Royal Chess Club. If you're part of that ecosystem and you've collected some of these amazing 3D generated chess pieces, you can now stake your tokens, stake your NFTs, your chess pieces onto the platform. And Ada Anvil, which is a brilliant minting service on the Cardano ecosystem, have brought out some brand new features all around the staking of the NFTs. So check that one out. I do play quite a bit of chess. If you look me up on chess.com, you can follow me as a friend and maybe I can play you online. Links again in the show notes. Now this one here is from Victor Duran, and he is from the NMaker team. So he's one of the guys that works on all those really cool things that NMaker are spitting out at the moment. But he put together 480 NFTs with unique covers, 50 ADA each, and it is a short film. It is a short film that he put together. I had no idea he was into film. So a short film by Victor, Wrath. You can check it out. Here's a couple of covers. I haven't seen this yet. It looks creepy as. I don't know if I'll be able to watch it. My tolerance for creepy, scary movies has dropped dramatically over the years. Give me the M-rated version, please, Victor. I may be able to watch it, but you know this is amazing. I love supporting creators in the Cardano space, so I will get one. And give me the M-rated version, please. I don't need the R-rated version. This is another brilliant artist in the Cardano space, and I've been buying his stuff. If you look at my Twitter profile, let me go to profile. Here we go. I've got one of his art pieces at the top here. This is a JPEG store homage, and he is now doing some other art pieces here. I absolutely love his stuff. I don't know how to pronounce this. Raysendria artwork. I believe he's Indonesian as well. So it's really cool to help support some of these emerging artists from different parts of the world. And, 100 ADA, $40 is a decent amount of money in some countries. So really good to see some of these creators create and mint and support the Cardano ecosystem. And hopefully the Cardano community can help and support them back as well. Now, I think that's it. That is it for the news updates for this week. There was a lot there. Let me just check the chat here. Okay, the chat's a little bit quiet, and that's usually quiet because I'm just rambling on so much. So again, everyone, thank you so much for joining me on this another live stream. I think I went okay. I didn't do too many stuff ups on this one. But if you want to support this channel, easiest thing to do is give me that thumbs up. Give me that thumbs up, click subscribe, click the notification bell, and that helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you were watching this and you put the thumbs up video, it helps other people find it. It's by far the biggest metric on YouTube, giving that thumbs up to actually get more views on a live stream. The other thing you can do is become a member of the channel. I can't remember what I'm charging for it. I think it's under $6 US a month, and you can get some exclusive member content. I'll be putting out more of it and more exclusive member live streams. So we should be able to see that. Dr. Payne just mentioned you should consider interviewing another channel such as Army of Spies. Yes, I should. I really should. I'm actually doing a Cardano content creators meetup online, and we're going to talk and discuss on how we can do collaborations, interviews like that, and other things where we can help build each other up. So there's a lot of content creators that were around in the last bull run that have now disappeared and aren't creating content anymore. And it does take a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of research, and it's just not worth it at the moment. So if I pull up my stats here on YouTube, which I might do, you can see how much money I'm making. So let me just pull that up for you guys so you can actually see. Where are we? Here we go. So if you ever wanted to know how much money people are making off YouTube, if I click on earn here, I should be able to get my stats. Memberships. So memberships, I'm just trying to see how much I'm charging for a membership. Got no idea what it is. Okay, so I made $4.90 last month. Cool, that's nice. Got 3 members at the moment. Thank you guys. And if I go to here, overview, I should be able to see watch page ads. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong spot. Analytics, that's what I want. I made $160 last month. It's okay. It's a little bit of something, but you know, the amount of time and effort that you do put in to actually get to that point is quite a lot. So it's I think I was doing maybe a video a day, and I cut back a little bit just to keep something sustainable, and I do them live now, so I don't have to do post-production. Makes it a little bit easier, but far out. If you add up the amount of time I do, divide, or the amount of money divided by the amount of time, it's not much. If you're wondering how much ad impressions you get, how much revenue per view, it's roughly every 1,000 I get about $3. So the more views you get, every more thousands of views you get an extra $3. So it's not huge, but it's at least something. It's at least something. So, you know, whatever you guys can do to help support it, even if it's just sharing the video out or retweeting something on Twitter, like the live stream is going out, for example, you know, those little things just really help with us content creators. And we will be trying to do more of these collaborations in the future, such as interviewing each other, learning about other parts of the Cardano ecosystem. For example, I don't do a lot of NFT stuff, so interviewing someone in the NFT space so I can learn more about it and then share it with you guys is a win-win for everyone. Okay. Thanks for the comments, guys. Mark, yep, thank you. Chris, thanks for being here as well. It's awesome to have you guys here. If you got any questions, I'll ask, hang on, Dr. Payne, I'll ask AOS to reach out to you as well. I think you could help grow each other's Cardano channels. Sure, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. AOS is really consistent with his stuff. You know, I've got boxing and all these other things that, you know, are priorities as well. If you're training for a boxing fight, you do want to train and make sure you don't get hit. So I'm really amping up the amount of boxing I'm doing over the next 7 weeks before my next fight in mid-June. So yeah, it's a little less time for me, but you know, we'll see what we can do. Other than that, guys, thank you so much, and thank you everyone for joining in. Like I said, check out all the show notes. I'll put all the timestamps. It will take me a little while to get them all organized. You can check out the website, learncardano.io. Let me just flick over to that real quick, real quick, because there is something here that I haven't shown many people. It is really in stealth mode at the moment. But if you go here and click on courses, there is a full course on Minswap. If you didn't realize, you can go through here, you can do this full course. It talks about every little aspect around Minswap that I could get together. There's a couple of quizzes on there, and you will be able to earn some Learn tokens and also Min tokens as well. So if you want to get into the ecosystem, learn a little bit more about that, you can get into the ecosystem and learn about the platform and earn some of the tokens at the same time. Learn to earn. That's the goal. All right. That's it, guys. Let's wrap it up. Thank you again so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next live stream.